What's up, everyone? Unruly here, and welcome to part 4 of the Behind the Mobile Suit series, where I explain each and every Gundam mobile suit in Gundam Evolution coming out here soon. And in this episode, we are going over Barbatos, or Barbatos. A lot of people have explained it. Gundam Barbatos is a close-ranged melee character. It's based HP of 1000 and 3 dash limit. If you don't know what dashes are, it is the uh, booster rocket dash ability that is in the game to change targets, maneuver around the map faster, avoid damage. It's your thrusters, essentially. And like I said, is a close range character and melee specific. So the mace sweep ability is main attack. Swinging your mace in an arc, dealing damage and knocking enemies in melee range in front of you. This is the get in your face with a club kind of character. Ranged fights it is not very good at, and that's where those dashes come in to where you need to close the gap on those characters. Its alternate attack is a melee smash where you hold it, and when you do the hit, it does damage and stunning them, and it knocks characters down on their back. Well, I've ran into this multiple times during my playtesting. People argue that this character was actually overpowered, but if you keep the fight at range, or you fight hyper focus a Barbatos or Barbatos, this character isn't as strong as most people made it out to be. Its G maneuver is the Alaya Venina system. I probably butchered the name, but it is a system that allows slash attacks for a short period of time in a rapid succession. You can perform this up to 3 charging slash attacks and damage enemies. So this is basically like the charging mace you get out of the Zeku ranged, but you can do it 3 times at a really high damage output. Its skill base is boost jumping, so you perform massive leap forward, cooldown resets if you kill an enemy. So most characters can jump pretty decently in this game to get on certain platforms, but this character is basically jump to the sky deal. And it says if you kill someone when doing it, it resets your cooldown faster than the normal cooldown. Along with the longsword active, he drives a weapon downward to damage and stun enemies. Enemies reduced to 0 HP are destroyed rather than disabled. So if you kill someone in this act completely, they are no longer disabled, they're completely destroyed, rather than if you don't bother them out, they're not disabled. This is typically like a 1-2 combo used. I find often if they jump on top of you and are able to do that heavy downward strike along with this ability, you can pretty much get 2-hitted or 2-shot and knocked out completely. And this is one of the things that people complained about the character and thought that they were overpowered and needed balancing. When I was playing the game, I knew how to counter this, basically with movement, dashing and jumping and changing the height while in the fight, so you're not fighting on even ground, you're forcing them to use movement as well. And buddy system. I mean, the buddy system is you find a teammate, you pull that fight from a 1v1 into a 2-3v1 in focus fire, and making that an inconvenient fight for Barbatos or Barbados to take, and they're forced to back up and reposition so they can find another target to single out since you got your best friend there to help you out. And I'm going to roll a clip here in a second to show that. In the clip you see here, I am changing my elevation, going up from step to step and making movement, and then you see I get a buddy here, a teammate, to make this fight easier. And this is where we embarrass Barbados, where we're catching them with, rather than a singled out 1v1 at close range where they have the advantage, it is now a 2v1 to where we out DPS, and even despite soloing out one target, I would get traded out. And if it's a 1v1 isolated with the trade out, he would get disabled, I would get revived or whatever, revived or re-enabled, whatever kind of you want to call it, and then they would get destroyed, and it is just out-traded with the Barbatos. So if there was any damage changes or nerfs to this character come launch, this character is just more weak. It's just, in my opinion, I didn't have a problem with this character, so it's a little bit weaker. When I was playing Barbatos, I don't have a gameplay for it because I didn't enjoy the matches that I played as Barbatos, because I feel like this character actually has a higher skill gap than most people think. Because if you are in the buddy system or in a group objective, and you can't solo someone out or a group of people out and get focus fired, kind of just die pretty quickly. But if you're able to take those situations and understand when to do something and when not to do something, that's when Barbatos is stronger. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope I explained the character for you guys. And hopefully you guys take those tips and take that clip that I showed you into consideration when either playing Barbatos or fighting a Barbatos. That way you can increase your chances of survival or your chances of success in getting those kills. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.